Hello, welcome to my tag of the day. Today I'm going to be using a number 5 shipping tag, the Forestry stamp set from Stampers Anonymous, Archival inks, and embossing glaze. I am using my Misty stamping platform to hold my tag in place while I stamp. I'm using Distress Archival ink, and then I'm going to add some embossing powder over the top. We want to shake it off, get rid of the extra powder. As you notice, I'm kind of dusting off some additional powder. There is a anti-static pouch that you can rub on your paper if you're going to do embossing powder. I forgot about it. I do have one. I just have to get it out and use it. But then I'm going to also stamp and emboss the sentiment. I wasn't sure I was going to emboss it initially, but I changed my mind. So I'm going to stamp that down, add some more embossing glaze to cover the stamped sentiment, shake it off, and then move my embossing powder out of the way. I like to use a manila folder. It's a little sturdy and it helps for cleanup. But here you go, you're going to heat set your embossing glaze. It will melt. It'll turn shiny. That's how you know that it's all the way done. This tag, the tag part, took about 2.5 minutes to completely melt. Trim up your sentiment and set that aside. I'm going to use the Watercolor Distress Crayons, set number 1, to color in some of the flowers. I'm not going to color the whole thing, just add some pop and some color to my tag. I am doing a loose color. I'm not being super detailed when I'm coloring it in because I'm going to try to give it a watercolor effect. So to do that, I am going to spritz it with some water after I'm done coloring it in, or coloring in the parts that I want colored in. I didn't color the whole thing. So I'm going to spritz it with water and then heat set it again. Give it a quick dry because it is a powder and it melts. Every time you heat it up, it gets hot again and it kind of melts some more. I'm not really sure if you can burn it, but it's possible. So I did that again, added some distress ink to the edge of my tag, spritzed it and heated it, and then went to wipe it off and it was still hot. So that's how I know that it melts again, because I smeared my embossing glaze. So I went in again to add a little bit more color to hopefully cover up the little mistake that I made. So lesson learned, if you're going to reheat your embossing glaze, it does remelt, which makes sense. But if you touch it too soon, it will smear off on your hands. So my tag is about done. I added a twine to the top. If you're doing just a tag, you could stop right here. But I needed a card. I wanted to make a card. So I just have some single-sided, it was technically pattern paper, but there's no pattern, so it was just green, white on the inside. Folded it, grabbed some My Mind's Eye Gingham Gardens is the name of that paper pad. I grabbed out a green stripe, trim it down to fit on top of my card. It's a standard card size. And add that down, and then I added a little strip of burlap that I had, or yes, I believe it's burlap, that had a paper backing. So I just trimmed it, added some adhesive, stuck that down. I'm going to stick my tag on the front of the card, add a little bit more distress ink to my tag and the sentiment, and then I'm going to gear all that down. For more tag of the day ideas and videos, please visit me on YouTube from my scrap room. I have a playlist there that has process videos like this, which I explain in detail what I'm doing at a quicker speed. And then I have shorts, which are less than 3 minutes long. So check it out. For the last bit of this card, I'm using some black foam dots to give the sentiment a little bit more pop off the card, and then it's ready to go. So get out your supplies, create something, and happy crafting. Have a good day, everyone.